Welcome back to Cottage Designs by Erin, where yet again we are doing another floss tube. It's been about 3 weeks since I've been with you last, and so it is time for another video. Today is February 8th, 2025. If you look at my Book a Days calendar, which I broke down and purchased to keep track of just my stitching, you will see that January was a very busy month. Every time I finish a project, I give myself a little star. And so I had 5 finishes in January. And part of that was because I was at home on snow days, and so I had more time to stitch. In February, the first 2 weeks of February, I only have 1 finish. So here's my little finish. And it is a little pillow sampler. I showed you in my last video how to sew the sampler into a pillow. So I originally wanted to have this framed, but it was going to be $75 to do so because I always get museum glass and a custom frame. I do not get a mat. I decided this was imperfect. If you notice, this little bird's fatter than this little bird. And so I decided to just stitch it into a pillow. I was already given the ribbon. I was given the polyfill, so the entire project cost me about $5 to make, and that was mainly the fabric on the back. So that is my finish so far this month. Now, just because I don't have a lot of finishes does not mean that I don't have a lot of starts. So I also purchased some hobby bags or project bags. This one is by Lake House Stitch Co. of Etsy. Let me get out everything here. Lake House Stitch Co. Here's their business card. She makes beautiful, beautiful bags of all different colors and sizes. I like pink. I like the transparent cover. Now, I saw where the Saltbox Stitcher Carol, she said she doesn't like the vinyl covers because in Florida it's so humid that it sticks to her pattern, and sometimes we'll take the pattern letters off. So we don't have that problem here. The pattern that I have in the bag is by Blackbird Designs, and it was supposed to be a pin cushion. Well, I didn't have the called for linen because I don't have a lot of linen, although I do have some. So I used what I had, which made it larger. So it is still going to be a little pillow, but this is what I've got done on it so far. And I just used the solid black, cheap Coats & Clark floss that you can get at Walmart. It has very good coverage. I'm happy with it. So that's my first start. Next, I have this Lori Holt project bag, which I purchased off of eBay used. And in here, I have the Cupid sampler. I have been working on this for about a month, and I still have not finished it. It ended up being much harder than I thought. This is by With Thy Needle and Thread. The letters are not all spaced the same. The letters are not all the same height, and that created problems. I will show you what I have finished. I had a piece of linen on hand for that, and I used floss I had on hand, which was pink number 335. It's like a raspberry pink. So the problem I ran into on the Cupid is somehow I split the thread into 3 up there. So I've got to frog that out and redo it. But the rest of it's coming along, and I'm probably just going to make a little pillow out of it as well. I also brought in the same bag. I thought I was going to start this at work. I bought this P. Buckley Moss. I do think it's P. Buckley Moss ornament kit. And I was going to make this for my daughter. It is on 18 count. It's enormous. I'm talking enormous. It's like this long. I said, there is no way she's going to want that on her tree. So I'm going to do it on a higher count linen, so it'll be smaller. Here are the flosses for that. And I think it'll be beautiful when I get it done, but now I've lost the vibe for it. So on to another project bag. This bag is by PT bags on Etsy, and they have a lot of other this assorted design in other colors. They have a red, I think they had a pink, and I thought it was really pretty. So in this bag, I have last weekend, I started Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs. And I don't know, I love black cats, especially for Halloween. And so I just thought this was darling, but this threw me into a frenzy last weekend. Here's what I have done on it. I already had the linen on hand, so I didn't have to buy that. But I did not have all the floss colors. It calls for almost 20 different colors of floss. So I went through my little floss boxes that I had, and I pulled all the colors that I had available, which these are beautiful. Look at these stunning fall colors. All warm autumn colors: rust, green, gold, black, copper. Well, I got down to, I needed 2 more colors. So I hurried and threw on some sweatpants and my house shoes, and I run to Walmart because they're getting ready to close at 11 o'clock. And I was sorely disappointed to find out that they did not have the colors I needed. So I come back home and I get on Hobby Lobby. All of our Hobby Lobbies, we have 2 that are within an hour either direction. If you go buy floss in the store, it's 53 cents each. If you buy it online, it's $1.10. So I decided to go last Sunday to Joann Fabrics, also an hour away, and see if I could find the floss there. Lo and behold, a lady went through, and I kid you not, I bet she picked up 10 pounds of floss and put it in a bag, and then she refused to pay for it. That whole area of floss, they had been having a sale on it. It looked like it had been ransacked. I did not find what I needed, and that lady got everything out of order. So I go up to the counter to pay, and the cashier said, "Did you find what you needed, ma'am?" And I said, "No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I only found one color." She said, "Well, you're welcome to look through the bag over on the counter of everything the other lady did not purchase." Well, someone was waiting for me in the car, and so I didn't want to put him through that. So I ended up not getting it. So I'll tell you my solution here in just a little bit. I do have some more finished on the silk ribbon embroidery letters. I finished L&M, but I finished them last month, so I haven't worked on it in February. That was January's project. I said I was going to do a letter a week, but then when you really try to get down to doing something once a week, it becomes harder than you might have thought. I do have some purchases. So what I would consider the win of all wins, I bought this Plano tackle box, Plano, on eBay of all this carded floss that is in numerical order. And I paid 24 cents a color for it. So that is how I solved my problem on the chart where I couldn't find the floss. I just bought the whole tackle box full, and I'm hoping that in the future that will be enough to save me for all future projects. I'm hoping it has everything that I need. So on to new purchases. I bought this book by Brenda Gervais, which is Keeper of the Pens. And I have a dough bowl that I purchased at a thrift store for $10 that was used. And I would like to make most, if not all of these, to put in the dough bowl for display, because I think they're just super darling. And the one that got me was My Soul is Fed with Needle and Thread, because I think that's absolutely true. I am the happiest when I get to sit down and sew for a little bit every day. So that is that design. Now, it does call for some specialty threads, Weeks Color Works, or you can also use DMC. There's a chart for that. All right, next I bought Frosty's Night Out, which is Blackbird Designs. Look how cute he is. I love his little chubby legs and his boots. I'm thinking I'll probably make an ornament out of him, but who can tell? So I bought him. I bought Bluebird Sampler, which finishes into Little Pillow by Heart and Hand. And the person that had this already had it kitted up. So I thought I would make this for my daughter because she loves blue. And she has a navy blue like a TV cart in her living room, and I thought this would be cute on that. I also bought Little House Needleworks kit, and it says, "My eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He's tramping out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the faithful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on." I don't know why that chokes me up so much, but I can hear the song in my head. His truth is marching on. So here's the linen and the floss necessary to make that. My grandsons have a navy blue bunk bed set in their room, and they have a patriotic theme. They're using patriotic quilts I made, and I thought I would make this for their wall space. So that was very pretty. I bought My Country 'Tis of Thee, Sweet Land of Liberty by Lottie Da. And it came with 18 count Aida and the threads. You know what I love about that? I love the flag. I don't know why I'm so sentimental, but anytime there's a parade, I cry. When the Veterans March, I cry. I'm very thankful and touched to live in our country. Okay, next we have Farmhouse by Blackbird Designs. Anniversaries of the Heart Pattern 5. And someone had this kitted up that they were going to make, and then they no longer wanted to. So I got it for a steal. And then the last thing, I know you're going to think I'm weird, but I don't care. I bought Scarlett O'Hara. Oh, I love Scarlett O'Hara. I remember watching Gone with the Wind when I was a teenager, and I thought it was just so beautiful. And of course, that was when it had come out and it was colorized in the 80s. And so this is the kit, and it's on 18 count with all the glorious threads. And I love Scarlett. Really, I love Scarlett's tenacity. When she ripped those curtains down and she said, "I will never be hungry again." And she went and she got her plantation back, and she made her own dress out of the green velvet curtains. Hey, that is a woman with some gumption. So I love Scarlett, and I hope to make this. They also have the pattern in here for the Lady Elizabeth Afghan with the magnolias. So interesting. So anyway, I'm always busy. My little hands never quit working. I'm not happy unless I'm creative. And so now that I've been divorced since my daughter was 18 months old, she is now going to be 32. And I'm at the stage of life where I have a little bit of extra money to indulge in my hobbies because I don't eat out. I don't eat lunch out. I don't go on grand vacations. I rarely get my nails done. I only get my hair done when I have to. What I'm saying is I make sacrifices so that I can buy what I want for crafting supplies. But I also buy on the secondary market. I buy most of my products on eBay because it's cheaper. So I hope you like my floss tube. Hopefully I will be back in a few weeks with some more finished projects. My goal is to finish 25 projects by December. So I have finished 6, so I'm well on my way. Even if they're little projects, that still counts. You won't be seeing me doing 25 massive wall samplers. But I just keep chipping away at the stone. Please like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. My next video will probably go back to quilting because I got to keep my quilters happy as well. Have a blessed day. Thank you.